Hello, welcome to Numb's Adventure Club. Today we are at the Stanley Hotel, and we're pretty much just going to be exploring around, doing a small investigation here. We did not book a room tonight, but we're checking out the ghost tour. We won't be able to film on it, sadly, but we'll sum up everything that we heard in it, just to learn more about the history of this place.
Yep.
We were hoping we'd be able to film on it, but the rules said it, so...
Sadly.
Yeah. Alright, well, are you ready, Tabby? Alright guys, so we just got done with the ghost tour. Let's get started on our investigation and the storytelling. Alright, you ready? Alright, so we're actually standing in the vortex right now just before we start filming and storytelling. Just to show it off real quick, because this is the only chance we get to see it. Touch that device if you're here with us, please. If any spirit is here with us, could you touch this device? We just seen our opportunity to go up here.
Yeah.
The ghost tour was really cool though. We learned many stories about the place, many
Yeah.
personal experiences, seen many pictures.
And we learned about a bunch of different ghosts that we did not know that existed. So.
Alright, well, let's get going on this storytelling. Alright, so we just got done with our tour and it was amazing. It gives you plenty of backstory of the place, a lot of the spirits' history. We've heard of many different spirits now. We heard of Lucy, Dennis, Paul, Eddie, the electrician, and then a lot of unnamed spirits. They were saying that there was a lot of residual energies around here along with intelligent energies, so it's whatever you guys make it, I guess, pretty much.
Basically.
So in the ballroom, apparently you could see tons of people dancing in a repetitive motion, and they'll repeat it like a clockwork, and then they'll just disappear like nothing ever happened. And there's also many other intelligent ghosts like Lucy, who we actually believe that we talked to during a spirit box session on the tour.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, there was several communications through it, and then also our EMF did have some communication through it too. We really wish we could have recorded during that, but of course you can't. So, yeah.
Unfortunately not.
Anything you want to add at all, Tabby?
We had an amazing tour guide. He brought his own spirit box onto it.
Yeah,
So
and we pulled out our EMF during it too.
he like already got the kind of feel that we knew what we were here for.
He was asking me questions.
But on my cell phone during the tour, I did take a couple different videos and pictures, so hopefully we can get those put in, because during the tour we did go down into Lucy's room, and I did go into the closet where Lucy was found.
Yeah, by herself.
Yeah, by myself. And it's like, he said it's closet. It's not a closet.
It's like a tunnel to hell.
Literally, it looks like a closet when you get closer to it, and then when you walk in, there's like just a very ginormous crawl space that you can go into.
And as you see in a second ago, we won't be able to go back up there, but we went up to the vortex just a second ago, which is supposed to be one of the portals for a lot of the spiritual energy here. It's supposed to draw things in. They have tons of mirrors pointing at each other, which is supposedly a spiritual taboo.
Yeah, if you guys didn't know, mirrors pointing at each other supposedly open a portal to a different type of, well, basically world or dimension or something that allows people to come through, get more energy. So the Stanley Hotel is very known for its ginormous vortex, because one of the most famous photos of a ghost was captured in the vortex of a
Yeah. And one thing I do want to add is that the Stanley Hotel and Estes Park in general is built on top of a giant quartz, pretty much reserve underneath the mountains. The mountain's full of quartz, which is believed to charge spiritual energy. Which, yeah, it just seems like there's so many things in this place that could bring spiritual energy. First, you have The Shining, room 217, what's it called? Igor? Is that what they call it?
I think so.
An Igor is once an attention beacon, pretty much. When so many people believe in one thing that it's real.
That it basically.
I explained that awfully, guys, but you guys get what I mean. So many people think this place is haunted, so haunted things happen here, and haunted things are more attracted here because of that.
Yes, basically there's energy still continuing to flow through 217, so all these ghosts can basically grab onto it and make themselves known.
And a lot of things I've heard is that a lot of the pictures of ghosts are not in like old Victorian clothes or old style clothes at all. Like they seem like newer ghosts, like they were almost brought in by somebody or came here over time.
Yes, from what the tour guest mentioned, a lot of the ghosts were kind of like.
And from the pictures we've seen, a lot of them were just kind of dark shadow figures. Or that one of Lucy, there she showed us this picture of Lucy, and it was just her head peeking above somebody's shoulder,
and you
and
could
it was
see
the
her hair.
clearest, like eyes and everything. It was the clearest picture ever.
So,
Wait,
no.
no, you go ahead, Tabby. Sorry.
Mine was going to be about Dennis. So I've read a lot of different stories from what the tour guide told us. Dennis, I heard, is probably like the most aggressive spirit here. Like he does not like people.
Well, yeah, didn't he say that he chased somebody down the hallway?
Yep. The story that the tour guide gave us about is that there's a very long hallway in the concert hall, and one of the night tour guides had to be in there to turn everything off, of course, because it's their job. And he saw a 7-foot tall shadow figure appear down this hallway. The tour guide said that this guy like needed to check it a second time, so he did it again, and the figure continued to be there. And he said that the figure started to leap towards him and was just a few feet from him when it just disappeared into midair.
And then another story I mainly remember is Eddie's, the electrician who set up the lights in the concert hall. He set up the lights on the balcony inside the concert hall and the stairs, and supposedly the lights will go out one by one, pretty much, but they're all on the same circuit, and that's something they brought up. It's really weird because if one goes out, they should all go out then.
See, Ed, that's what his name was, right?
Yeah, that's the one. So
I've
I've seen
never
him on
heard of
Paranormal Investigations actually before, and I believe he's a very deep voice talking one. Like he's the one that's very sarcastic. Like he'll make jokes with you. He smells like cigar smoke. That's what I've heard about him, but don't quote me on that because I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty positive if you check out some other Paranormal Investigations on the Stanley Hotel, you will hear him.
I heard Dennis was the one with cigar smoke that would follow him.
Oh, maybe.
Paul. So the story we got from the tour guide was different from what I've read online. I read online that Paul was hired as a security guard, but our tour guide told us that he was not.
Yeah, I've never heard that. He was just a groundskeeper.
Yeah, see, I heard that he was also a groundskeeper and would go around kicking people out.
What I heard is that he played pretend security guard and just kind of took it upon himself to do it. Yeah, but so Paul is a spirit that he's more active at night, past 10 p.m. is what they said.
10 and 11, because he's curfew.
Yeah, like he'll kick you out. He'll tell you to keep on moving, keep going, go back to your room.
I've heard things from when I worked here on the Stanley Hotel property. I heard that people really hear like footsteps walking behind them when they're outside past 11 or 10, or like a keychain, like ringing of keys. And I'm not gonna lie, there was one time when I was walking to my car during my night shift, I heard ringing of keys when I got up closer to my car, but nobody was with me.
That's scary.
I know, I got spooked because I remembered Paul.
All right. Well, let's get started on our investigation now. I think that's enough talking about this place and the ghosts and spirits here, because we don't really have too much more. So let's get started. All right, so me and Tabby are just getting set up and getting our equipment out. Not sure if you guys noticed, but we actually have a new camera, so let us know what you think of the quality. It is nighttime, so it's a little bit different than it'll be in daytime. Dang, that's a whole pack of Hubba Bubba, guys. She just pulled out of the ghost equipment backpack. Oh, I dropped one. 1 second. Yeah. All right. So we're just gonna start with the EMF, and we've actually had activity on this so far tonight when we were in Lucy's room down in the concert hall. It just spiked a few times, but it was one kind of in a suspenseful moment when we were asking questions.
So, like I mentioned, our tour guide brought his spirit box, and we were doing communications in Lucy's room. There was times where
I've never heard those noises before come out of a spirit box.
Yeah, me either. So there had to be
like
something
growling, yelling almost.
I believe when he asked, it was like something if Dennis was around or something, and it sounded to me like right here. He asked if Dennis was here or something,
and he thought he heard 20 years.
Oh yeah, he heard 20 years, and I heard right here.
So yeah, if you guys don't know what the EMF is, it just reads electromagnetic fields. in the environment around, which pretty much could be produced by like sockets or light bulbs, stuff like that. But we're outside right now. There should be nothing that sets it off. It's not going off at all right now. So yeah, let's get started. We're just going to be asking like a series of questions, a series of.
And sorry if that music in the background's too loud.
Now that's vibing.
I just noticed it.
It's just like club beats.
We just
It
got a
probably
little
doesn't
tune.
sound bad.
We got a little soothing music in the background.
But so, it might have been because I bumped it, but I want to leave it in a place where the camera can see. I'll just hold it like this. Alright, so if any spirit is here with us at all, we invite you to come and sit at this table with us. We've saved you 2 spots. There's plenty of more around if you guys want to pull up a chair and just
Lucy.
come talk to us.
If you're here, Lucy, I was in the closet earlier.
Yeah, we were just talking to you a minute ago if you recognize us. We understand you're really busy. There's a lot of people trying to talk to you, but it'd be amazing if you could come communicate with us by touching this device in my hand.
I have a sucker here. Let's see if I can get it stand up. There we go. So another fact about Lucy, the spirit, is she really likes candy. And so a thing that she's really known for moving is lollipops.
Yeah. So, if there's any spirits here with us, just to make it clear again, we invited you to come down here and sit with us. We'd love to meet your acquaintance again, maybe talk to you guys personally. You could draw energy from us, from our phones, from this camera that we have pointed at us. Just let us know that you're here by touching this device. We have forms of communication that we could do that are more direct if you want, but just try to prove it by touching this device first.
Lucy, if you could knock this lollipop over for me, I'd be very more than appreciative.
We understand there's a lot of people around, but we're just trying to speak to you. None of these other people are going to speak to you. You're in a safe space if you try to speak with us. Dennis, Paul, Lucy,
What was the maid's name again?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
Eddie, are you here? We heard you did a really good job on the hall in the concert, or the lights in the concert hall. Sorry, guys.
Paul, if you're here, we're outside and it's almost 10. There must be a lot of energy residing in this building. Can you use some of it to speak with us?
A lot of people don't believe you're here, and we just want to prove it to them. If you are here, could you touch this device in my hand? Give us a clear sign. Alright, so we're going to get started with me in an Estes method. I'm going to be closing my eyes, and Tavi's going to be asking questions, so let's see how this turns out this time. Ow. Ah, it pulled my hair.
I was just waiting 1 second.
You're just staring at me, it freaked me out.
Oh, real tight. Is there anybody here that would like to speak? Would anyone like to communicate? Is there maybe Lucy here? Sorry guys, there's quite a bit of people passing by, right? Quick.
You say?
You say, hey, hey. Is there a Dennis here? Would you like to talk to us?
You want to give it a go? Because I'm not hearing any of those like noises or anything. Maybe they don't want to speak to me. You're the one who's had so much activity with them tonight.
What?
You're the one who's had so much activity with them tonight. There you go, sweeping. But it's sweeping. I guess you guys can't see that probably too well. But so if anybody's here with us at all, would you like to speak to Tabitha at all? She's sitting right next to me in this chair. She has a box in her hand that you could speak into, and she'll be able to hear you clearly. Lucy, we brought you a sucker. Would you like to come knock that over? Or come touch this device? There's a Lucy here. Could you please touch this device? Can you give us a clear sign if you're here, Lucy?
People?
There are people. Yes. What do you mean by people? Sorry, somebody just walked out of there and it threw me off. They walked out of the front door. But that's kind of weird that it said people right when they walked out. Huh. If you're here with us, Lucy, what did you mean by people? Can you touch this device in my hand or give Tabby a sign of who we're talking to? Are you? Please. That's a scary one. I don't know why that freaks me out. Could you tell us your name? My name's Silas. It'd be a pleasure to meet you. Are you guys trapped here at all? Trapped between here and the concert hall? Did any of you get here through the vortex? It's so cold out here, guys. It's like 28 degrees probably. I don't even know. That's not even as cold as it gets, but... Oh. Alright, so sorry if this video is kind of shorter and a little weird, but the next time we come here, we'll actually be staying the night and doing a full-blown investigation. We just really wanted to test out the camera this time and not spend too much money on something or go too far. But we hope you all enjoyed. We got to hear a lot of good stories about this place and also get a... I don't know, we had a kind of interesting spirit box session on the balcony. Yeah, nothing too interesting.
Yeah, that's true. But
we did hear a lot more noises than we normally do through it, which is weird. So, if you guys want to see us come back, drop a like and sub on this video, and we will be coming back shortly. Alright, we'll see y'all next week. Peace!
bye.